Shwmai, a little maintenance video today. Pupil has brought me this ukulele. They want it turned into a left-hand ukulele, basically. I spoke to his mum last week, so she asked me, and I said, yep, not a problem. But there's a couple of little things that I'm a little bit wary about. It's a cheap ukulele. All right, I've seen them on Amazon round about the £30 mark. It's quite a nice little kit. I've never actually seen one before. He handed it to me today. It was massively out of tune. I've been tuning it on and off all day just because I think it's quite new. This is where my dilemma is. My plan is actually to do a sort of temporary job in that, first of all, I'm only planning on swapping over the middle two strings. I'm fairly convinced that the A string and the G string are actually the same gauge, so there's no need to swap those. So if I just swap the middle two strings, but this is where the dilemma is. They've obviously spent a little bit of time sticking these on. If I hold that in, let me see, there is a set of stickers indicating, I've never seen them before, indicating every note name on the fingerboard and the actual fret numbers. Okay, now apart from the fact I reckon it would take me quite a while to get these stickers off, I also have a bit of a phobia about sticky. I hate getting my hands sticky. If I know, yeah, I've got to do it, I'll crack on. But the thought of spending quite possibly a couple of hours trying to get these sticky stickers off and being left with a load of residue, that doesn't really thrill me. And also as well, I would have to take all the strings off to clean all the gunk. So at the minute, what I'm thinking is just swapping these two inner strings over. I haven't actually done it before, so I'm not 100% convinced it's going to work. I've tried the outer two strings, tuning them up and down. That doesn't seem to be a problem. So I'm going to have a go swapping these two middle strings over, leaving the stickers as they are for now. This is an absolute beginner. And I have suggested trying playing right hand. A lot of ukulele players, left-handed players, still play with their right hands. And he has tried, but he's not getting on with that. Fine. I've actually got left-handed ukuleles in school, but of course we're not running school club at the minute, so I can't even get him to try one of those. So just as a very temporary measure, I'm going to try and swap over the two middle strings. It might need a little bit of adjusting with the nut. It's a non-compensated bridge or saddle, so I'm hoping that doesn't need to be altered. So we're just going to give it a go and see how it ends up. It could go horribly wrong. Right, so I'm in my workspace. The very first thing I'm going to do is take these glasses off because difficulty seeing. Right, I'm going to loosen all four strings for a minute just because I think it's going to be a little bit easier to work with. So let's do this properly with my Jowoom Smart Tuner. Brilliant device when you're trying to do things quickly. And this, as I said, is a quick job for now. So that's the C string pretty much loosened. Let's do the E. And I'm just going to loosen off the A string just a little bit. Okay, so strings are slightly loosened. I will take off the C string and the E string now, and then we'll take a little look at the nut and the saddle. You don't need one of these gadgets to do this job, mind. It's just a bit quicker. So, you know, it can be turned by hand. It could also be turned by one of these, which is a manual string winder as well, okay? But in this case, I don't have a huge amount of time, hence why I'm using the gadget. So first off, let's get this C string off. I hate tying strings like this. It's the one bit of the job I'm actually dreading. All right, the number of times I've been in school and had to go and ask for help from one of our other uke players. So I'm just trying to straighten out the C string a little bit, but just so I know which end is which, we'll pop that there for a minute, and we'll do the same with the E string. Again, I'm just trying to undo that knot and straighten it out a little bit. Now, obviously, these are the two thickest gauged strings. I know I've bought strings in the past, sets of strings, when the A and the G string have been the same gauge. This is why I'm just hoping for now I can get away with this. So there is our E string. Now, this is the bit where I may need to do a little bit more adjusting. What I need to know is, will this C string fit into this slot on the bridge without me having to make it any bigger? There is loads of room, so that is one really, really good thing. So what I'm going to do now is tie up the C string. It's a bit messy down this bottom end. It was a bit messy before. I don't think it's going to get any better. One of my real bugbears with the tied ones is the strings, when they're put on, can often stick up and be a bit sharp against your arm when you're strumming. These were definitely, if they go one particular way and you're strumming, it's not so bad, especially if they're facing down from your strumming arm. In this case, they were already going like that and they're going to get worse. But as I said, this is just a temporary measure for now. If the lad is happy, I will then check with mum, because obviously this isn't a school instrument. If it was a school instrument, I'd have no qualms about ripping stickers off or doing anything else to it, but it's not. So I'm just doing this as a very quick fix, and if it works, great. I will then ask, well, look, do you want me to take it for a weekend or something? I'll take the stickers off, give it a good clean, and restring it. So I'm going to say, don't watch too carefully. So the knot is tied down here. I will now making sure it goes the right way on the peg. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, I tend to, with my strings, do a double through. There isn't enough with this one. So I'm going to have to go old school and just make sure I get it tight enough. As I said, it's going to be a little bit messy down here. I'll try and poke strings in once the other one is on. But for now, the idea is give this lad a chance to try it. And if he's happy with it, I'll do a better job. But the idea of this is to see if it is possible just to swap the two middle strings over for now to see if it can become a lefty ukulele. So doing the same again now, I'm going to tie this in. I will try, if at all possible, to tidy up this wire as I go. Nylon string as I go. So I'm trying to be a bit nifty and tuck the two strings in. Now ideally, if you were doing restringing a ukulele, you'd work from one side up, so you wouldn't end up with this mess that I'm going to end up with now, but hopefully it'll work at least for now. So I'm trying to tuck the two strings at the bottom of the bridge. And as I said, the saddle here is uncompensated. In other words, it's just flat, so it doesn't really matter the string order. Right, I'm going to spend a couple of minutes tuning it up now, but basically where we're at, the strings are on, they fit into this nut great. I haven't had to alter anything like that, so it's just a little bit of tuning. As you can see, I'll do a close-up now. The strings are not perfect, but hopefully I can manage to put them underneath, but they were in a pretty bad way before I started. It's not ideal, okay? But so far so good. I really can't play left-handed ukulele, but let me try. Okay, so it should be a C chord here. I could do it that way, or I'm just doing the opposite of what I should be doing right now. Let's try it this way. Okay, so in theory, it's possible to do. Let me just recap very quickly. All I have done for now, because it's not a school ukulele, it belongs to a pupil, and I haven't managed to check at home that what I'm about to do is okay, I haven't done anything permanent. All I've done is swapped the E and the C strings over in the middle, and I've left everything else as it is. I probably won't even tidy these up until I speak to the student tomorrow, and if he says yeah it's fine and he has a play of it, then at least I will tidy these up. They're not perfect at the bottom, but at least for now they're playable, and as I said, if he's happy with it and mum is happy with it, I'll take it home for a weekend, remove the stickers, clean the sticky gunk off it, and restring it and tidy everything up. It is still going out of tune a lot. I do actually suspect this is probably a very new ukulele that hasn't actually been tuned at all. He's one of our younger students, so he hasn't started playing with me. They've got him a uke, he's been doing the online stuff, but it's the first time I've seen this. Now it is a left-handed ukulele, at least as a temporary measure, to let the lad have a little go, and if he's happy with it, then I will do a permanent job. But prove today it is possible to merely swap, purely, I might have just made up a word then, purely swap the middle two strings, the E and the C string, over so that it becomes a left-hand ukulele by just retuning the two outer strings, haven't even had to touch the nut. So there we go, one right-handed ukulele with a little bit of tweaking has turned into a left-hand ukulele. Oh my God. So a little temporary job for now. Hopefully it gives the lad in school a good go of it, and if they give me the go ahead, I can do a proper job. But it is possible to very quickly make a right-handed ukulele into a left-handed ukulele, as long as it's just a normal acoustic one. You can't really do it with electro acoustics because obviously they've got the equalizers and things. But a quick job for now. I do hope you've enjoyed watching this and you found it helpful. I'm presuming this is the kind of video, if you've searched to do this, you need to do it. There's no shame in taking a ukulele to a shop. In this case, I suspect If they had taken this to a shop, it was probably going to cost more to do this job than the ukulele is worth. I don't mind doing it for people in school. If you've got a comment or a question, please feel free, leave it below. Give us a like if you've enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos. Thank you for watching.